Okay, so now that we got the dash back together, I want to show you guys that how this looks without the dash camera set up. You can either go into the backup cam, or you can navigate, to the apps, and it'll come up here, and it'll actually show you cargo cam, backup cam. So if you hit that, it takes you to a blue screen. See, this is the backup cam. I don't know why they both show like that, and I don't know why it's a truck, a two-door truck, and not a Gladiator. I'd be interested to know if that's how that looks, if you have this feature from the factory, because I mean, they didn't the JScan app is not reprogramming your truck; it's just turning it on. So I would think that this is just standard. And I just realized, I had never realized, new feature, never realized that I can hit that and it gives me a close-up of the hitch. All this time I didn't know that. So when you do hit the front cam without a camera installed, it just shows you a blue screen, and that's because there's no camera, but it is there. And this is how you know that your programming works. So before you go any further, you can try this and you'll see a blue screen, much like the blue screen of death, only this is just a camera system unavailable. You go back to your other camera and you can zoom in, because I just realized that. So that's that. Now on to the camera install. This is what I've done to test it out. So here's the wire coming. It's got the red wire, so it needs power. So I got to find some place to steal just power. I don't even need a ground. But for the moment, I've got it connected to a wire right here, running all the way down here to a battery, where I have the black wire right there by my foot going onto the positive, or to the positive terminal. Then on the camera that I have right here, all the way back here, there's a red and black wire that I have to go to power the camera. So that is going down there. There's the red wire, and over here is the black wire. So both ends of this are powered up. So now I have already installed the camera function on my truck. I'm going to hit this. You can see the background, and there's the front. So here's the camera. So the camera's looking right at me. Here I am. Flip myself over. There's the camera. Hey guys, how's it going? So see those little red and blue lines? I don't want those, so what we're going to do is we are going to snip those wires. So I'm going to hold on to this. Let me see. Hold on to the better part of the camera. I'm going to snip this green and this white wire right there that comes with the camera. As soon as I find out what I do with my snips, cut that, and I cut that. That is supposed to stop it, but they are up there, so let's get off the screen. And nope, they're still there. That's strange. So I gotta look and see how to cut those wires. What, I gotta cut the right thing. I cut something. They're cut. Maybe I gotta tie them together. But I gotta see what I gotta do. But you can see we have a camera that's working. It's working right now, and it looks pretty darn good. So the next step is getting all this wired in and then running the camera. So let me see that, and I'll come back to you when I got that part done. I got the camera to go without so I did have to cut the wires, but then what you have to do is you have to actually take the battery off of that, take it off the battery, and then put it back on, and then it goes away. So I'm going to have to hook this up to a keyed power source switch, and it turns out I don't need to get into the power down here at this. So I can just do away with this. I don't even need that. I don't know what that does. That's for a trigger wire, but there is no trigger for this. So I don't know what that's about. So it looks like it's going to be okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and tape this up. Probably tape this up so I can't knock it out while I'm putting it back together. And then I'm going to run the cable and go from there. So give me a second, guys, and I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I got the cable stretched all the way out around here, and I'm going down in through that little, where that grommet is down there that I love so much. That grommet, I've tried to keep it, but honestly I should have just pulled it out. So then I come out of the grommet, I'm coming down, I took off this panel right here where I've got still got my ODB connector, right? I've come up around the inside of here, I'm coming back behind this backing plate, and then up through here, and I'm coming out of that hole right there. I didn't even need to pull this part of the dash off, but I did it because I was looking around. So I'm bringing this in like that, and I got it right there. So I'm going to run this wire. I seen someone else do it. I'm going to run this wire right up behind all this, right behind the radio, and put everything back together. So let me come around the other side, and we can get this set up on the tripod here. Let's see if you can get a little closer look. Let me see. The wind keeps blowing the damn tripod over. I've got the wire pulled up. I'm going to pull the tape off of here. Pull the tape off of this. I'm going to go ahead. Throw that tape down here. I'm going to take two pieces. I'm going to join them together. And just for laughs, I'm going to tape them together so they don't come apart while they're inside here, when I'm putting everything back together. Do that. I'm going to put a little loop right here so I can't yank on it too hard. Loop. Tape is cheap, goes a long way. So now I'm going to put everything back in here. Alright, put everything back. Grab some screws. It looks a little daunting, but I'm telling you, after you take this screen out a couple times, man, it's so easy. Jeep really did a fantastic job making this an easy thing to do. Put this bottom dash in. It sounds violent when you're pulling it out, but it's not. Just be careful you don't scratch it, and you'll be upset that you scratched it. Back in, and I've said this before in another video. When you're putting this piece back in, you got to stick this side in first a little bit, because if you don't, it doesn't seat in there very good. There's a little lip right here, so you put that side in. Pretty little thing. Oh, got ahead of myself, guys. Got ahead of myself. Gotta put the bezel back on. Got a couple screws holding the bezel in. It's hard to work on this side of the dash because you can't get to it because it's steering wheel. Put the bezel back in. Put these two screws in. Everything bezels in. Okay, now I can put this dash piece back in here. Corner side in. Pull this out of the way. There you go. Everything's back in. Put my surround lighting in. That's it, guys. That's all back together. So now I got that all back together. Let's bring the camera around here, and I'm going to be done for today. That's all I'm going to do for today. But what I've got to do now, all I've got to do now is pull this wire up. I'm gonna have to run this wire. I'm gonna have some extra stuff, and I gotta splice this into power. Once I splice this into one of the power things right here, I'm good to go, and I put the camera on, and I'm good to go. But that's all for now. I'll come back to you guys when I get it all done. Okay, so I've got my wires. Got my wires right here. I just gotta fish them around. You see me? I'm over here. Just gotta fish my wires around. You can take a look right there. So I've got my wires right here bundled up out of the way for right now. And I'm gonna get a wire loom of some sort and clean this up a little bit, but for right now, I just gotta get it. Gotta get this. Somebody's dog is being destroyed out there, I think. So, lots of wires I gotta hide at some point. So, what I need to do is get the camera inside the grill. And I haven't taken this grill off this Jeep yet, but I guess there's no time like the present, so I have lost my knife. So as soon as I find my knife, we'll get this done. Okay, so I'm gonna pop up these little, you guys can see this right here. You got these little things right there, and they just sort of pop up. Just sort of pull them up, and there's, I think, 6 of them. Maybe 8. Or 10. Or just... God, the dog. It's insane. So move your beer out of the way so you don't hurt that. And then it just sort of pops out of the way. Everything pops out. And I got the winch cables down here, so I really can't pull it out all the way, but I don't need to. I just need to get up around. I just need to get right in here, and I got the camera right here. And I think I got it kind of where I need it. I need to hit this with some black spray paint. But I probably didn't even take this apart, to be honest, but I did. Wiring it through there. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Fire. I take my plug, and there's an arrow on this thing. It's getting kind of hard to see. There's 2 arrows. Actually, it goes together one way, so I'll plug it in. The camera's plugged in, so we're going to take a walk. We're going to take a walk and see how this looks. So, let's see. Let's see right here. So, turn our power on. Radio down. Turn our Queen's right down. You got your camera here, and we're gonna hit. So that isn't too bad looking. Looks pretty straight. So I think we're gonna go with that. Hit the back camera and that camera. So yep, that looks pretty straight enough. And I think I'm going to try that. I may not put it totally permanent. Probably just kind of put it in there so I can see what it's like pulling up to something. I'm going to go back over here. And what I'm going to do is I've got this little, let me turn the light on. Let me try to turn the light on. Tuck the camera in there like that. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of zip tie it around. So give me one moment and we'll see exactly how I'm going to pull it off. Okay, so I put the zip tie through the back, coming in through the back, and then I'm going to push it down through this hole. Like that. And I'm going to
Damn, dropped it. Try this again. It's difficult because it's only like 6 o'clock at night, maybe 6:02, and it's already getting dark. Can't stand it. I don't care if it's dark while I'm at work. I want light for at home. So I just can't see. So got one side. Now I've got to do the other side. Through the center hole. Through the center hole. I'm trying to make sure to attach it to the grate. This grating, I'm trying to get so it's actually holding on to something. Got that, so you can see that right there, right? And then just pull it tight. So take the camera in. You can see that I just took the zip ties, zip tied it down. Try to get those a little tighter, but you got the point. Back, take a look at the camera, see if it's crooked, which I'm sure it is. Actually not too bad. Okay, so we got that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little touch-up paint and paint it black. Just happen to have a thing of black touch-up paint laying around. I don't even know what color. Universal black. So how fortuitous. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong side. That's not the black side. This is the black side. As soon as I figure out how to open this thing up. There it is. So before I make a mess, I'm going to cover up my stuff a little bit. Actually, just gonna hold it there. I'm just gonna trying to get rid of the shine. Probably not the thing to do in the dark, but there we go. It's touched up pretty good. When it dries, you won't really see it. I'll hit it again in the daytime, and then all I gotta do is now run these wires behind here, bring them up around there, and just clean it up a little bit. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. Okay, so it's wrapped up. These are my wires for my winch. They're kind of just in the way because there's no room on this truck. I've got some wires in here that I got one more thing to play with in there before I'm all done. So then I'll tighten everything up and make it look prettier than it looks right now. But there's just not a lot of room in this Jeep. That's just all there is to it. Not a lot to be done about that. Then we're gonna go over here and take one more check to make sure that the thing is right. Hit this. We got our camera there. Yep, looks good. Looks pretty good. So it's a better view than what I got looking out. Here's the view there. And there's the view looking out. I can't even, as high as I can get in the windshield, I can't see the hoop. So when I'm pulling in, I can see how close I'm getting. I know that I'm pretty close. So I think it's gonna work. We'll try it out tomorrow when I am parking, and then that'll be it. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, so here's the parking camera. I'm gonna pull in, and you can see how it's working. So pulling up. It's kind of bright in the lights, but bouncing off. But you can see that it's working pretty good. The flicker you see is just the normally it stays on slow speed. That's it. So here I am pulled up to the I'm pulled up to there. The only problem I have, I still having a little hard time gauging distance because I'm so far away. You can sort of see the red of the grill. And I thought about putting this thing up in the front in the bumper, but the hoop sticks out over it, so I don't know that would be any better. And I may still do it. I may move it just to see. I don't know. I'm just tired of messing with it right now. But just to show you how close I am right there. We'll come out here and maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet away, 2.5 feet away. I'm pretty far away, so it looks like I'm a lot closer, so I don't really know. I got to get used to that. And I thought about putting it down here, putting it down there maybe, but I don't know. And then I'm really hard to gauge, so I don't know what to do. I may move it, but for now we got it right there. It looks pretty OEM. Looks like it kind of came factory and looks pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with it. Came out pretty. And that's going to be it, guys. I appreciate you taking the time watching the video. Hopefully I've helped some of you guys out. Still got these t-shirts for sale. There's some left. $25 if you email me. Put the email link in the description and all that, but it is eVOLVINGmale, EMALE at gmail.com. You can message me or whatever, and we'll get together and figure out. I don't have an account and everything set up because I'm not that swift yet, but coming soon. Probably next year I'll figure it all out. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. Again, cheap and easy camera install for the Jeep Gladiator, and I really had a good time doing this one. I learned a lot. I feel like I got a lot from my little bit of buck. So that's it, guys. Take it easy, and peace out.